Hello, YouTube. This is Winston Smith back with another commentary. Today I'm going to be commenting about Fantasia or recent comments on the Breakfast Club. It's a little bit delayed, but I think it's still pertinent discussion that they're having out there. Her comments were about women submitting to their men, and there's a huge backlash in the black community because of it. And we have to basically, I believe that what she said was the truth. And basically, I have to really say something really off top. This is an American problem. I'm sorry to say it. This is an American problem that she's talking about. The rest of Africa, that's a billion plus people, do it the old-fashioned way. The entire Caribbean, 44 million people, percentage of American blacks are like 30 million. So 44 million people do it the old-fashioned way. Only in America right now, this is basically by programming. Again, they started off with, you don't need a black man, you don't need a man in the household. Guess who they fed that to? Black people. And then look what happened with that. The amount of people that basically, I don't need a man. That's where that stems from. Okay? This is basically people inserting other pieces of culture into your culture. Like you splicing DNA, and they splice other pieces of DNA into the DNA to choose your kid's eye color. Same damn thing. They're splicing other people's culture into our culture. You see what I'm saying? To divide man and woman. Because at the end of the day, this is not something that would have been a discussion if a major artist had said this in the 1980s or the 90s. Even the beginning of the 2000s, all of a sudden, everybody's so advanced in basically a generation or under a generation. This is not basic. This is not human culture. Doesn't do this in this short period of time. Someone's been pushing a narrative, right? Someone's been pushing a narrative of this. I don't need a man. This has been a narrative that's going on from the 1960s and 70s. That's basically deep in people's minds. So when someone comes out there and say, "Oh, you're a woman, so then you're supposed to let the man lead," yeah, you are. Asia, you think you could go to Asia and dominate the Asian man? That Chinese made stupid. So no other region around the world you can go in and dominate, the women dominate their men, or as equal as their men, like it is in the United States of America. In the Middle East, you can't do that. You can't do that in Africa. Any country in Africa, you cannot sit here and tell me that the women have the amount of freedom like they have in the United States of America. So this is an American problem, a Western civilization problem. You see what I'm saying? So we look just like the Africans, just like the Caribbean, just like everybody, same hair texture, same skin color, same nose, same lips, but we act 180 degrees different. To where somebody comes out and says, well, you're a woman, you're supposed to submit to a man if you're in a relationship. This submitting that you're talking about is not slavery, it's not servitude. It's basically you're a female. If you basically have a place. You have a place, right? The man has a place, the woman has a place. The man takes out the garbage. If there's a flat tire, you expect the man to get out and change a flat tire. If there's something needs to be done physical, like heavy groceries need to be taken out, you need to have like a freaking 24-pack of water, but the man's expected to carry it. You understand? If there's a bump in the night, there's noise in the house late at night, the man's expected to go and find out what the noise is about. That's just basically simple. It's common sense. It's even to the point where if a woman hits a man, the man is expected not to hit the woman back. So this is something that's been going on for a long. This is normal. Okay, so that means you basically get in a relationship. Let me tell you how you have dinner around the world. The women, the mother, daughter, cousin, auntie, go in the kitchen and cook. The men stay outside, watch TV, drink liquor, sit there and talk, and then the women prepare the table. Everybody sit there, and then the woman comes, share out the food, and then they serve the food. You sit there, you say prayer, say your grace, you all eat. You turn off the cell phone, and that's how you basically have your dinner. That's still prevalent throughout all of Caribbean and all of Africa. This is standard throughout the Middle East, standard throughout Asia. Every last continent, this is standard. Okay, we come from the continent of Africa, so this is deep in our culture. Anything else has been inserted into our culture by outside forces. The end of the story. Everybody on the continent of Africa looks similar to me when it comes to this. Okay? Comes to this, looks similar. comes to this, looks very similar. You act 180 degrees different. I'm here to tell you that's by design. She didn't say anything that's completely out of order. All right, she said something that's normal and natural for the majority of the world, except for the Western world. Okay, so when people getting up in the uproar about this, it's not that serious. This is only in America and the Western world where they have this big debate, this big topic. It's really not that serious. This is basically human. This is basically human interaction. Okay, this is human interaction. You're with a man, then the man's expected certain things that are expected to be done. Certain things expected to be done by the woman. Because the man is a male, then he's expected to be the leader of the household. Every other continent on the face of the planet functions like this. The majority of the world functions like this, and there's nothing wrong. It's been functioning like this since the beginning of humankind, all right? We got here doing this. So that now the Western world is doing something different, and she's saying, okay, well, this is normal as now. Oh, no, it's a major uproar. You see, again, the amount of money that you have and the degrees that you have, that's good when you're basically in the workplace, when you're basically at work, where you're competing with other people that are basically in the same field. You're competing with other lawyers, other doctors, other nurses. When you're home, there's no competition. You're a family. So you can't be competing when you're in the household. You're basically have a child together. You're sharing a mortgage. You can't compete with someone that's your family member. You have to, work with this person to raise a child, and make sure they come out with good morals and values. This competition is basically what she's talking about. Like you're trying to bump heads, like you're trying to be the alpha in the relationship, like you're trying to be a man. That's what she's talking about. There's like roles that people have, and you have to fall into those roles. Women make bad decisions sometimes with the mating choice, with the person that they choose to get with. Okay, so that's not anybody's fault except for your own. You have to make a good decision with the type of person you're going to get with in order to have this relationship, right? This is part of human interaction, okay? This is basically when Jesus was basically on the cross, this is how humans interacted. When the Titanic was sinking, this is how humans interacted. When they basically World Trade got, this is how human beings interact. So human beings still interact like this. So if you want to do something different, fine, so be it. But this is how the majority of the world still interacts to this day. So what she's saying is the truth. Okay, and that's basically, and if you're black, brown, and you're strongly disagreeing, it's by social programming that you're strongly disagreeing with something that you come from. You understand? So let me know what you think. Should I go in depth on this topic? Like the video and share and subscribe. Thank you.